my channel. I'm going live because I need to be talking about something very, very serious. So let's talk about college talk. A lot of people say that they don't really want to go to college, they want to take a little gap year, and I think that that's a little bit of a wrong choice. Why? Because to me, I think that, having a little bit of a big extra mile of college is just, it's important for your career and your life. And how are you gonna get a job if what you need is an MBA, a GMAT, like no, an MBA, a diploma, basically, a recognition of, all the things that you've done in college that you're gonna need for a job. Next, which brings me up to my next point, careers. What do you want to do in the world? There are a bunch of people out there who want to, you know, start helping people. They want to, actually like share it with other people. I don't know. I guess some people just find it a little different that, there's not that many people out there who want to have a career, they just want to have a basic job that doesn't really pay much. I mean, I'm guessing, right? But I could be right, I could be wrong, who knows? But that's not the point here. The point is, life after high school is my next point. There's going to be times where you're going to look back on high school and say, oh my god, I wish I could have done this. Or hey, maybe instead of peaking in high school, I could have been doing, serious things like career in advisory class. Advisory means talking about college, careers, extracurriculars, and, what you want to do after high school. And the expression peaking in high school is not the expression that people think that it is. It's something bad that ultimately affects your popularity. Even though popularity, it doesn't really matter, not to me anyways, but it doesn't matter on your applications for college. Oh, that you're, sorry, that you're some big shot and that you got the popular ratings, that perfect attendance, good grades. None of that will matter unless you take tests for college. Those are the things that seriously matter. Ultimately it may affect people, but it's scary, but people go through it and they deal with it. Mostly because, they did their best and even if they don't get into the college that they want, they know that they did their best. Um And yeah, and that's what I think. Honestly, I think that that's the biggest thing in the world because you're gonna look back and say, "Oh, wait, hold on." Before I get to my next point, teaching in high school, the expression, it means you went to parties, you went to prom, you went to homecoming dances, you went to after parties, you did all these celebrations instead of, taking life seriously in high school and figuring out what you want to do. That's what the whole peaking in high school means for those who don't know. My next point is, oh right, as I was saying, you're gonna look back and say, oh, I never should have peaked in high school instead of just doing what all the other, people were doing, focusing on their career and who they want to be. Like me. I actually want to be an entertainment journalist. And I know people say, oh, is that a real thing? Yes, it's a real thing. Entertainment journalist is where you're interviewing artists, content creators, entrepreneurs, business people, the people that actually like the music industry and the entrepreneurship business, that's the kind of stuff it is. Quote unquote, there is always goodness in the world when it comes to the industry of entrepreneurship and music business. That's my quote. But yeah, so yeah, I think that, the whole entertainment journalist is good for me because I think I'm very good at it. If you check out my Instagram, which will be in the description down below, you will see that I do really good interviews and that I've done it with so many artists from teens to adults to professionals to entrepreneurs who have a podcast that I think that I could see myself doing it for the rest of my life. I mean, originally I wanted to be a singer and a dancer. Actress was not in the books for me because I take it a little bit too far when it comes to auditions. Like, really big. But anyways, that's the point. Apparently that, singing and dancing is good. But is that gonna give me a straight shot out of college to getting into a job? No, because obviously singing and dancing is just the music business. Not, and I don't think, a record label is just going to hear me out after singing, a really good song cover on my YouTube channel and just, hey, I'm gonna sign this girl because I saw her on her YouTube channel. No, I mean, sure that worked for Becky G, but that was because of her hard work and dedication and singing lessons. Well, she didn't need lessons; she was already good. Which brings me on to my next point. What career do you want to have for yourself? And do you think that that's going to alternate with your life? And that brings me to my follow up question. Is this career the right fit for you? Or are you going to toss it away like you tossed your other careers? There are certain times where you gotta find the right and permanent career for you. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this because I think that my friend is doing it." No, and I'm gonna toss it out just because we didn't do a good job and we got a bad assignment because of it. No, life is gonna be suckish for things you don't want. But you know what? It's having the audacity to face it and actually dealing with it that actually counts. Which brings me on to my next point. 2023 goals. My goals for this year is to continue spreading advice on my YouTube channel and social media, but also doing interviews on my IG. I don't do it on my YouTube channel yet because I feel like that I'm going to get you know, I feel like I'm gonna get judged just because I interview people in a good and positive way. See, the only reason why I got into this is because when I first interviewed this girl named Kylie Marshall, her YouTube channel will be in the description below, by the way. I This is a true story. When I interviewed her about her music, this music video she has, and her life as an artist, I could literally focus and listen to what she's saying. And as I heard about her story and what she's been through, it's been amazing. And hearing her story is me sharing her voice to the world. One voice shared with a lot of people on a live stream and people listening to her story to where she was then to where she is today. Look at all her hard work, her parents, her manager, her team. That's how she reached the top in entrepreneurship. And I think that that's awesome too. I mean, who wouldn't love it? But yeah, I see that as a good thing, not just, putting it on the line just because other people would want it to. But that brings me on to my next point with 2023 goals. I also plan to not think negatively because it's bad and not only that, but it also leads to mental stress for me sometimes, which is also very bad too. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. Negative news. I have been wanting to be talking about this forever. We deal with so much negative news that it literally alternates our mental levels and changes the way we think about everything. Like some people may talk about murder or something else and they just don't feel safe anymore. And they just think that, oh, is this the world that we're living in? It's always been the world that we're living in. Hate this point, but yeah. Next point on is summer careers. Now, if you want to get to a good career, you gotta get a summer job. I know people hate it. They say, "Oh, I don't want a summer job because I want to be lazy and go to the pool all summer." No, you need a job to further your future career and getting good advice and notes. Like me, I'm going to be on doing a photography. photography program, I think. But instead, I chose to do a new vision, new career academy, which is actually where we talk about banking, um, and financial literacy. Works of um, how to keep your money and how to keep your options open with saving money. And this program will actually help me because it'll help me with billing, with what I spend, and not to spend so frivolously on, things that we want instead of what we need. So I think some advice, people, is to focus on a career that you think is right for you because living life happy to the fullest, I think that's the greatest gift in the world. But I think that ultimately you need to pick a career that's right for you in your own way. Bye, guys. I will see you in my next live stream.